Welcome to another episode of Marketing 101 for Chiropractors, where we keep you ahead of the curve, attracting more new patients and growing your business. Now, here's your host, Dr. D himself.
Every chiropractor wants more referrals, but here's the truth. Referrals don't just happen by chance. They happen by design. In this episode, I'll show you exactly how to build a practice where referrals flow naturally both inside and outside of your office and even online. Referrals are the highest quality new patients you can get. They trust you before they even meet you. We know this, but most chiropractors aren't intentional about creating them. Today, we're going to fix that. You have to be intentional on this. Referrals really do matter. They're the backbone of any business, really, especially in service-based industries like us. Referred patients have a higher lifetime value than ad-generated ones. We know this. If we could just run a referral practice, we would take that and run with it all day. They show up, they commit to care, and they refer others. They already trust you because the trust is transferred from the family or friend that referred them to your office. Now, what has been happening over I call it the social media generation right now, with getting leads to come in and getting marketing like that, is that we try and convert people at a higher volume with really crappy care plans that maybe are just visit by visit. And so the people that do come in for a second, third, fourth visit, we count them as conversions. And we're like, okay, the ads are working. And they may do like 4 shockwave treatments and they feel better and they're done. Then we're happy with you. The doc did great. The team was nice. The shockwave technology worked, or the sound wave or whatever therapy you're doing worked. Now they're going to refer their pickleball or CrossFit buddies. And now Jim comes in and Jim's like, hey man, I got an elbow. Tom sent me. And they're like, great, we love Tom. He's great. Thanks for referring Tom. And you send Tom a text and Tom's like, great. And then now you start on with Jim, and guess what Jim is expecting? 3 treatments and he's going to be better. And what has been happening over the last few years, we're all guilty of this, is by funneling these types of people into 3-visit plans. Now, they're not even a plan. You're just going visit by visit. You start to scratch your head and wonder why you're going through so many new patients and still needing more new patients. It's because you created a beast with these secondary modalities that you've leveraged onto your business. We are guilty of this with red light therapy in our office. We try and couple it with our weight loss program, which is valuable. It's high ticket. It works. But we sift through a lot of people that come in and pay $49 for one red light session and are out. And we wonder where all these new patients are coming from. So that's my admission, my guilt that I'm sharing with you in our office. We do it too. We're guilty. We're not the straight practice that just does, upper cervical or whatever it is. We try other things as well. And you may too as well. And you kind of bounce your head off the wall and wonder why you're seeing so many more patients and referrals. And that's the issue there. So what I'm talking about is building good systems, like on last week's episode that we talked about that, building good systems in the office where you are stacking value for people. And all we have in chiropractic, and I don't care what side of the fence you're on this, is the subluxation model. You have to preach this. You have to preach it like Reggie Gold, like Charlie Kirk, like Wayne Dyer. You have to preach this. This is what differentiates you from the PT next door, from the myofascial therapist, from the holistic practitioner, the wellness counselor. I've seen so many unqualified people pretend to be qualified now than ever before. And they run practices. They have online virtual practices. I'm like, what's your accreditation? And they're like, I'm a wellness coach. I'm like, okay. Don't know what that means, but whatever. Nothing knocking that. I mean, but with chiropractic, I mean, if we're just going to fall into that whole bucket, what are you? Well, I'm just a wellness person. I'm a chiropractor. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? Guys, you really have to jump on this in whichever way works for you. I don't know what schools you went to. You know, I work with a lot of Palmer Life and Sherman docs. I mean, we can talk. We can talk about this stuff. There's no pushback. You start talking to other people, National, Western, USC, and all that stuff, and then they're like, "What? No, come on, we're evidence based." I'm like, it is all evidence based. Joint motion and fixation. That's all we do is optimize that. We optimize the motion fixation of spinal joints so that the nervous system can work optimally. Now, call it whatever you want. Remove subluxations, remove fixations. We have to fix on that message or your system that you have that is unique. You need to stick on that and run with it. That's how you build a referral-based practice. We're coming to you for this. Whatever it is, tonal adjusting to help unwind nervous systems of as young as possible kids so that they can flourish and thrive for whatever specific conditions that you help with. The focus has to be there. This general blanket of just helping acute pain gets you into these practices where people are unhappy. Chiropractors are unhappy with this, whether they're successful making money or not. I've got chiropractors that are doing great, clearing home income, not gross in the practice, over 300K. I mean, that is a successful chiropractor that are like, dude, I can't keep doing this. Like, I'm driving myself into the ground. Yeah. That's what ends up happening because you created a beast. It's a machine that looks good on paper. Other people are coming to your office like, man, you're successful. And you're just like, dude, we are grinding. We are grinding. There's no glory in this. We are grinding. And that's where the frustration comes from. And it all comes down to this marketing, this backbone on what are you putting out there? How are you branding yourself? You have to follow the thing that makes you different. And you chose chiropractic. And ingrained into the DNA of chiropractic is the removal of subluxation. Your job is to find, target, and eliminate subluxations from the spine. That's what you were trained on. All the other acute conditions that you kind of got tempted to go down and be the knee guy or the shoulder guy or whatever it is, the pregnancy guy, whatever it is. That's fine too. It's great. It's the awesomeness of our industry and our scope that has expanded to allow us to do all this. It's very cool. It's awesome. But you're going to feel like you're lost because you're not driving home the thing. And once you drive home the thing, people stay, refer, and pay forever. They just want to. We have a lady in our office. My practice is only 7 years old. She has spent $43,000 on chiropractic care. Nothing else. None of the other modalities that we do. Nothing else. Her average visit per week is like 4. She comes in and gets checked. She feels like her atlas can't hold. That's her primary focus. She gets checked all the time. Most of the time she's holding, but she pays. That's a record for me in my practice for one person to be spending that kind of money. But it just shows you when you zone in and hone in on the thing, and people are like, holy, and it changes their lives. You're not convincing anyone. Many of us have to convince ourselves that what we do actually works. How many of you are there where you're like, yeah, I'm a chiropractor and yeah, it's pretty cool, but there's not I'm not saying you're doubting the chiropractor, but there's like this, yeah, it's not, is it that great? That kind of, I guess it is doubt. That's the definition of doubt. It's you're doubting if it is that great. And it translates into your practice. You know, home issues are business issues and business issues are home issues. They go both ways. So clearing up your mind on that. Oh man, this turned philosophical. I didn't mean to do that. Referrals do matter. They trust you. In-office referral system that's going to work. Ask for referrals proactively. You got to do it. Many of you don't even ask. You're like, oh, no, I can't do that. I'm not like you, Enrico. I can't do that. I'm like, you don't know what I'm like. Yeah, I'm in front of a microphone right now saying what I need to say, and I sound confident. But in practice, I'm like you too. There's people that I'm like, do I really want to push it? Is it uncomfortable? Most docs wait and hope that they get a referral instead of using a script referral conversation during the care plan progress checks. You just, whenever a check comes in, what I use is after a few visits, let's say a past, 8 visits. I consider that a good patient, a compliant patient. They're sticking to the care. They've done their 8 visits within that first, 30 days or so. If it's a twice a week care plan, they're good. They're doing good at that time. Like, how's it doing? They're like, hey man, I feel like 80% better. I'm like, that's awesome right there. That's a trigger for me. They have a positive feedback. Typically what you'll see from patients is like, oh, it's still, it's still there. And they start pointing, right? They're not there yet. I find like if they're still talking about the pain, they're probably not a good testimonial yet or referral yet. When they start saying, dude, I finally slept, or that was whatever you did last time, that was fantastic. I'm like, boom, I grab the Google card. I'm like, hey, can you leave a review about this? Do you know anyone else with these types of hip pains? Gosh, like half the women in my boot camp are like complaining of knee and hip pain. I'm like, here's 6 cards. Give them to all 6 of them. She's like, you know what I do? I talk about you all the time, but I'm going to give the card. That it works. The transition is so well in those moments if you read the room. So some other little tips that have worked for me over the years. Use them if you want. Don't use them if you don't want to. The new baby gift box. We do a lot of pediatrics, prenatal, postnatal care in our office. It's a gift box with like a clean hand cream, a belly cream, a little terry towel, a onesie branded with our logo on it, and then the front a little cute thing on the front for them. We have them in 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month sizes. So when they come in and say, baby was 11 pounds, we're like, okay, we're not going to give them the 3-month one. We're going to send them the 6-month one. T-shirts for their 100th adjustment, patient success photo walls, people sharing experiences that feel special to them. Capturing those moments can really spark referrals internally. Incentives that actually work, that are ethical, non-discounted, referral-based systems are monthly prize draws like gift baskets, massage guns, local restaurant cards. Those are hits. Those are all hits. Patient appreciation days, where patients who bring a guest get entered into something big. We used to give away barbecues like in the summers. We stopped that the last couple of years because we did switch into a new office and it's upgrade. It's super nice. And throwing in a barbecue in there at the front was just, I think, tacky. So we kind of stopped that. But boy, was it a hit. It was huge. Tons of tickets were put in it. People loved it. Emphasize gratitude over gimmicks when you do this stuff. Online referral growths. Social proof equals digital referrals. You have to have social proof. Every testimonial video is a referral on repeat because you can just use those videos over and over again. Train your staff to ask people. They're listening too. So when people are raving, would you mind sharing a quick 30-second video about how chiropractic has helped you? They'll be like, yeah, I'll do that. The best would be for you to come into the office one day when you're all ready for it, and we'll shoot it on our iPhone or our iPad, and it'll take like 30 seconds of like shooting, but we'll be there for 5 minutes to prep you beforehand and then just to refer it out. Would you be willing to do that? Or would you like to just shoot it on your own at home? We'd use that too. But here's a script. Follow this. I found Dr. D online when I was suffering from this and this. I came to them, and within this amount of time, I started to feel better. And now I'm not only better, but I've also found out that this, and this has happened. I highly recommend, if you're suffering from anything like this, to contact Dr. D at Full Life Chiropractic and find relief yourself. I mean, that's the typical template that you would teach them how to do that. Those are the winners. Those are the great. And it's coming from their mouth about their issue, about their specific thing. And it's great for a whole bunch of reasons. Community content as well. Share success stories on social media with the permission from the patient. So everyone gets a testimonial video release form that they sign, video and picture form, that then it's signed, it's in their file. It goes out there. If anyone ever contacts us saying, hey, you know what, I have second thoughts about that, can you take it down? Don't use it against them that, well, you signed, I don't have to take it down. Don't do that. Take it down. If someone doesn't want to be there, or their kid was involved or something like that, take it down. But we have it there, and legally you could keep it up. But this is in case someone reports and says, hey, they did not have my permission to do this. You'd be like, yes, we did. You signed a video release form. And that covers you on that. I've never heard anyone getting caught for it, but just in case. Patients tag friends. That equals instant referrals. You literally post on social media and say, tag your friends about this that may be having this. That works really well. Script your review request. If you found today helpful, would you take 30 seconds to leave us a review? It helps people who are just like you find our office. That could be a text. It could be an email. You could send them a link to your Google review page. There's so many ways to get this done. Referral campaigns. These can be highly successful as well. Quarterly or biannually, bring a friend week. Just a week where you open it up. It can be during Halloween week. It could be back to school week. It could be spring break. It could be midsummer. It could be any time that you want to do. Pick 1 or 2 weeks a year where it's bring a friend week. and you just bombard the emails that go out a month before. You're like, hey, the week of October 25th through the 31st, dress up and bring a friend. Patient appreciation weeks and events, barbecues, smoothie bars, raffles, kids' day, whatever it is that you want to do. These things can work if you've got the time for it. Your team wants to do stuff like that. Online contests, tag a friend who needs better posture. That equals a giveaway. If you do it, you're put into, we see everyone that's tagged or shared it because it's right there on your feed. You put all those people into a raffle, they win the basket. So you pick somebody from it and say, hey, Tanya, thanks for doing the tag a friend challenge. You actually won. You give them a call. They're like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. Thank you. Segment. Referrals don't just happen. They're engineered. And you know this. I know you know this. You don't know how you do it, but you do it. As the years go by in practice, you start to just think you're doing a great job. People love you and they refer to you. And you're absolutely 100% correct on that. But the ego gets in the way on that. And then you expect it. And unfortunately, I don't know what universal principle this is and how it works. But when you need it, it doesn't happen. When you don't think about it and don't need it and you're thriving, the referrals are pouring in. And you're like, what is happening? We are full. We are busy. It's funny, when you're busy, you're busy. And then when you're slow, you're like scary slow. There's never like this, we're kind of slow and we're kind of busy. It's never there. There's like, dude, we don't have any slots to put in new patients. You're like, how did that happen? And then there's other times like, dude, this is the slowest week I've had in years. What's going on? I'm panicking here. Is that how it works? Like, you're like, well, that's curiously slow. What's going on? And then you dissect it and try and figure it out. And then you panic both ways. It's funny. I don't know what universal law that is or how that works, but it just keeps repeating itself. It keeps happening. But if you dissect it, it's because you ended up focusing on a couple things. You had a few good team meetings in a row, 3 weeks in a row. Things stuck. Your team got inspired somehow, some way. They didn't tell you how. They didn't know why. They were just like, yeah, you know what? I haven't done this in a while. They forgot to tell you. Your manager of 3 years just went out and did it. Sent out an email blast. A couple things jived up. And you got 6 reactivations that called in. Plus, you got the phone ringing that week with 6 new patients. Plus, the ads brought in 6 leads that actually booked and showed. You got 18 new patients this week, and you're like, what the shnikes? You guys know what I'm talking about if you've been in business. It happens, right? But it's not completely random. It's not completely random. There's reasons for it, and life is so fast that you may not notice the things you do. So if you have systems and procedures that you continuously follow, it's a recipe for success all the time because you're always focusing on the things that matter. That's what systems and trainings and weekly meetings and things with your team that are so important. It just keeps everyone using the right ingredients every week to be successful, to bake the cake great every week. When you don't do that, ingredients are missed, things are forgotten, and by Friday, you're like, that was the most disgusting. What did you guys forget in that? And they're like, oh, we forgot the eggs. I'm like, that is gross. How was it was just a horrible week. My analogies suck. I'm sorry. So challenge for you this week in your office, ask 3 patients for a referral. That's it. That's your challenge. Do it. Just ask 3 patients. The first 3, you might get this done on Monday. You might just be like, there was 3 great people on Monday morning. I asked all 3 of them. And then whether it happens or not, you did it. You asked them. But just this week, ask. And I'll have a free resource for you, the referral scripts that actually work PDF. Just email me info@enricod.com and say, hey, where's that referral script? I want to use that for my team and myself so I can just stay on point and put it in my systems and procedures so that it's in my manual for my office so that we can always go back to it quarterly and review it and be like, oh, we forgot to ask for referrals. Let's keep asking for referrals. Just send it that way. Or if you've got the email each week for the reminder for the podcast, it's there in the attachment. Just click on that. It's yours. That's it, guys. Try it this week. Ask for 3 referrals. See how that goes. And get back to me. Leave a comment. Say, hey, our referrals are going up or our referrals are going down by implementing these 1 or 2 things. That's how you build success. Have a great week. Keep doing what you're doing. Your community needs you. We all need you. Keep up the great work.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, like, share, and leave a rating. It helps get our podcast out to more listeners. Also, join Marketing 101 for Chiropractors on Facebook or visit us at enricod.com for more information on growing and scaling your business.